It was a very hot summer in Russia this year. It was almost a drought in some areas of the south of Russia where I live. But we had some rain in last weeks, so it is much better now. I know that life in Russia now might seem from the outside as a very constrained life. Over the last few years, the economy have changed drastically. I no longer have access to many opportunities that are common in the prevailing part of the world. I was cut off from benefits and freedoms that I used to have. And even though I do feel constrained, but my life is kept passing by, and I thought, what would be the best thing to do with my life now? What is the best thing to pursue in life? But life is a very complex thing. It consists of many aspects: family, relationships, work, health, education, a place to live, a country to live, things to buy, technologies to use. There are a lot of components of life, but also there are many fields of studies that study every particular area. For example, psychology is trying to find out how relationship work, relationship between people, and also relationship within oneself, to have better relationship with each other, but also, generally speaking, to have a better life experience. Medicine is trying to provide us a healthier, more enjoying, and a longer life. There are many disciplines that are trying to find out what the laws are, how it works. There is biology, chemistry, mathematics, philosophy, politics, economics, as well as psychology and medicine. That's what science does, because knowledge makes things work. That's how we were able to make new discoveries, create new technologies, cure diseases, and make a progress. It turns out that nothing makes life more constrained as ignorance. Without knowledge, I can spend my entire lifetime blindly wandering throughout my life, pursuing things only to find out that it doesn't work that way. But knowledge has a problem. Knowledge might have an error, and an error immediately disqualifies knowledge. It's so disappointing to pursue knowledge that doesn't work. It's so depressing to read a business book and struggle within business, or to read a psychology book and struggle to have relationships, good relationships, or even to have a cake recipe with an error that will mess up the whole cake. There are mistakes that doesn't really matter, but there are mistakes that cost life, literally, and both of them make life very depressing. Knowledge without an error is the truth, but somehow the truth is considered as something relative, up to the point where every individual might has its own truth. But when it comes to questions where the objective truth is certain, the truth is no longer relative, or no one would ever lie. A lie usually causes confusion because it contradicts reality. Things don't work out, and it makes life more and more confusing. Do you know that logic makes no sense unless there is the ultimate truth? Anything might be logical and anything might be convincing if the truth is relative, because then there is no ground to verify anything. And that way logic is not a tool to find the truth. Therefore anything might be logical and anything might be presented as truth, but a lie never works. There are precise laws everywhere in science that mankind has discovered that actually make our universe comprehensible. Everything expresses unbelievable precision and coherence that eventually makes sense. We have built-in capacities to think, to create, to research, and it doesn't fit in a world where life has no meaning. There is a yearning for meaning up to the point where people don't want to live anymore because nothing else makes sense if there is no meaning. No wonder it leads to depression, because so many things contradict each other and don't fall into place. That's why there are desperate attempts to find at least some meaning, because so many pieces don't fall together in life, don't come together in life. In the Bible, the word for ignorance is darkness. If I would close my eyes, I would stumble over and over again, and all my feelings, all my senses would become misleading, for unless I can see what I hear, touch, smell, or taste, is confusing. Darkness makes life a very miserable experience. The Bible makes it clear that the whole existence here on earth in darkness is simply a despairing, blind wandering. Life becomes a torment and a very distressing reality, because life doesn't seem to make any sense. Jesus said, "I am the light of the world. He who follows me shall not walk in darkness." It is obvious that the one who walks during the day doesn't stumble because it's light. But the one who walks during the night also doesn't stumble if he has light with him. Jesus said, "And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." Reading the Bible makes it clear that mankind is captive by its broken nature and death. And in spite of all the progress that humanity has achieved, in every generation there are fightings and shoutings in the house, broken relationships, robberies, killings, as well as wars, crises, famines, and all kinds of destructions that come from greed, jealousy, hatred, pride, gossips, the devastating nature of mankind that actually make life so miserable. And there is no cure to this broken nature throughout generations, as well as there is no cure to death. The mankind is captive. Jesus said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me." It is Jesus who is able to set free from this devastating power of broken nature of mankind and death. God literally creates a new perfect creature through faith in Jesus Christ, and God is promising a new heaven and new earth along with the eternal life. And on that heaven and earth, the righteousness will dwell, it says, and there will be no death and suffering anymore.